Hey you guys, it's me again. This is going to be a personal update concerning me. And I wanted to tell you that I've been going around schools, teaching classes, educate people um, with educations to guide people with physical and mental disabilities. So I've been educating about borderline personality disorder, and I have been telling my story a lot in classes, from where I just got the diagnosis and where I just got treatment and how I live with borderline right now, which makes me coming to this point where I find myself in a strange position, looking back at my life. I never really thought I would teaching classes, I would educate people how to deal with persons with borderline personality disorder. I never imagined myself doing that. But doing so, I realized that this mental illness, comes in varieties of ways, and at the moment I find it very hard. I feel very lonely, and I can teach people how to manage people with borderline, but still, in my own life, people are going away, and that's hard. Um, I can teach people how. Oh God, I don't want to cry. How to cope with impulses, with friendships, with anything, but I can't keep myself up. Um, at the moment, it feels just lonely, and I remember myself making the borderline video I did like 4 years ago, and I'm still searching, and I'm still unhappy, and I'm still wanting an answer on life, which I don't get. Things have changed for the worse and for the better. And, I have been hearing many voices lately, and I've always had been, but lately it has been very hectic in my head, and I have been cutting. I've stopped cutting for 8 days now, and it just goes like a roller coaster. And I tell my story to people in classes. I educate people with my own story, and I never imagined it to be this hard. And now I realize that my life with borderline is just so hard. And with the cancellation of my theater show, it just comes to me as impossible. I know I'm not impossible, but I feel like it. And those questions you get sometimes in those classes are hard to answer. But I want to educate these people, so I give them an answer. Questions like, well, why did you develop borderline, or is there any explanation? And I don't know. I tell those people that with bullying, with the way you are raised, with the way you develop some senses into yourself, you can develop borderline personality. Thinking back at those times, that's hard. it's hard, you know. I've come a long way. I've come a very long way. I have been coping for years, and I even enter stage with comedy jokes about borderline. I educate people, and I hope it's for the best. I hope it's for the best, and then there is nothing you can do about it. You can live with borderline. You can have happy moments. But you can have also these sad ones. And I thought with education or making my own show, for some reason borderline would disappear. But it didn't. It only made me think about myself a lot more. You can live with borderline. You can, but it's so hard. I don't know in which grade you have it, or someone you know has it, but there are different stages, you know, different types of borderline. And one of my therapists used to say I had the worst. The only thing I don't do is manipulate. Friendships have gone to the bad side. Relationships have been ended because of the way I think, the way I feel, and the way I act on my feelings. It's so hard. And I educate those people and give them a positive look on borderline as far as positive goes. But the only thing I see when I look into the mirror is unhappiness. I don't know how to live with it. Though I know there can be life with borderline, but it's so hard. And I don't know why I'm making this video. I just felt so alone. Who would I be without borderline, and who would I be without my disability, and who would I be without those voices, and who would I be without my past? What kind of work would I do? What kind of passion should I have, or would I have? Would I even have a passion or empathy for people? I don't know. And there is nothing I can do to find that out, because there is no what if or if I, you know, it's just the way who it is, and I don't know. It just feels like some stupid fate or something. You know, you can live with borderline. You can have happy moments, and you have sad moments. And you just hope it's for the best. You have a good day, or a good moment in a day. And you educate those people to do something about it, to make it easier on yourself. Because I thought that if I could explain somebody what would have took place in my head, somebody else would never feel so alone like I do right now. But I don't know. It's stupid because you can explain what you feel and what you think, and the way why you want to act on stuff like impulse and happiness, but you can't really explain it, because if people would really understand it, they would have borderline themselves, and It's not something I would wish upon people. But I just wish somebody would even more understand me. And with the cancellation of my show, I just feel like there is no hope for me to explain it. Or to even better understand it myself. So I guess my question to you is, if you do have borderline, what do you say to those people around you? And what do you say to them so that they can try to understand you? I really would like to know.